Justice Department is defending the death sentence for Dzhokhar Tsarnaev. Now, he was convicted of joining his older brother, Tamerlan, and planting 2 homemade bombs near the finish line of the Boston Marathon back in 2013, killing 3 people and injuring hundreds more. Now the Supreme Court is revisiting Tsarnaev's capital murder trial.
Well, with 2 issues the justices must decide here. The Boston bomber's death penalty will either be upheld or he may even get a new trial. Our Fox 46 chief legal correspondent Seema Iyer observed these fiery oral arguments this morning and joins us now.
And Seema, how did the case get to the high court at this point, and what are the issues the judges are now grappling with?
Okay, so just to give everybody a little bit of primer of what happens in a capital murder case, there are 2 phases. The first phase is the trial, the guilt phase, and then the second phase is the sentencing. So what happened was here, he was convicted. The jury, the same jury that listens to the guilt phase, listens to the sentencing, and they did issue the death penalty. But then it went to an appellate court, okay? So Tsarnaev appeals. The appellate court threw out the death sentence and upheld the conviction itself and said it's okay if he gets a life sentence. Now, the appellate court ruled specifically that the government made a mistake on 2 grounds. The first issue is that the First Circuit, this is the appellate court, held that the trial judge should have asked jurors specific questions about their exposure to news coverage of this particular case. Now, everybody's been on jury trial probably. You guys know this. The judges always asked you, hey, did you read the newspaper? Did you hear about this? And the government's position is the trial judge, he went to every effort. He cast a wide net for jurors. He gave them a lengthy questionnaire that included several questions about pretrial publicity, and he even questioned them for 21 days, including what exposure they had. So that issue, that really, the justices didn't spend a lot of time on that. They spent a lot of time on issue number 2 you see before you, and that is Tamerlan. He had been involved in a triple murder from September 11th, ding, 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 2011. So the defense was saying, listen, we want to present that case because in that case, Tamerlan showed his commitment to jihad, and the defense was trying to bring it in to show that Dzhokhar was susceptible to his brother. We're not talking about guilt, guys. We're talking about sentencing to reduce his role. Now, the reason the trial court didn't allow this, and this is really interesting, and I know I'm getting legal nitty-gritty here, but here's the bottom line. You cannot bring in evidence of one event to prove another event. That's what the law says. There is a danger that all of a sudden you're in one trial and you go on to a mini trial. Just take a listen now to the prosecutor wrangling with 2 of our Supreme Court justices.
That is a far cry from a sophisticated public spectacle that required reading directions in a jihadist magazine on how to build and construct bombs and deliberately placing them at the finish line of the Boston Marathon.
It's different that Tamerlan yelled in a mosque, and it's different that Tamerlan assaulted a fellow student, and it's different that Tamerlan yelled at people. But all of this was admitted to show what kind of person Tamerlan was and what kind of influence he had over his brother.
This was their defense. They had no other defense. They agreed he was guilty. Their only claim was, don't give me the death penalty because it's my brother who is the moving force.
Guys, I had to include what Justice Breyer said there because this is what defense attorneys, this is what I have dealt with dozens of times. You're in front of a jury, you have nothing to argue because there's overwhelming evidence of guilt, and then you have one sliver of hope and that gets ripped out from you. Also important to note that under the capital murder statute, it says more evidence should be allowed at the sentencing phase, not less. Brian, Alicia?
You know, we seem to see the Supreme Court always be polarized in some ways, where you have the progressive judges that we heard from in Kagan and Justice Breyer here. But what about the more conservative justice responding? Did they ask questions? And is this case even have any kind of conservative versus progressive in it?
Well, I now call Clarence Thomas Mr. Chatty Cathy because he started it by talking. And the one thing, you know, whether it's Gorsuch and Kavanaugh, they were all asking questions of both sides, and they all seem pretty tame because this was such a tragic event in all of our lives. But it was Justice Barrett which brought this into the much larger issue at play. Take a listen.
I'm wondering what the government's end game is here. So the government has declared a moratorium on executions, but you're here defending his death sentences. And if you win, presumably that means that he is relegated to living under threat of a death sentence that the government doesn't plan to carry out. So I'm just having trouble following the point.
He warrants capital punishment for his personal acts in murdering and maiming scores of innocents, and along with his brother, hundreds of innocents at the finish line of the Boston Marathon.
So the prosecutor's main point was, listen, it's not about the politics of the death penalty. It's about establishing precedent. And of course, he wants to win this case. And guys, just to be clear, why this is so confusing, it is the same jury that's at trial would have to rule on the death penalty. So that's why if this death penalty thing gets instated, it's not like you can get the same jury back. So we shall see. We are expecting a ruling probably sometime in the spring.
In the spring, you know, everyone's kind of in agreement here that he did what he did, but,
which he agrees with,
and that's the thing that we kind of lost in a lot of this. Yeah, it's just a matter of whether he goes back and gets the death penalty.
Exactly.
And a lot of people were wondering, wow, taxpayers are going to pay for another trial here.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
All right.